Hey world, it is time for another BookBook update. I'm sorry it took me so long. There's been a lot going on in my life recently. However, there was also a little holiday trip to Genf, which you saw in my travel vlog. And on that trip I managed to write 2 more chapters. So that's good. I'm quite happy with the process, I think. I'm writing a lot, I have a lot of ideas. I actually already kind of know how this is gonna end. Like, I have, you know, kind of the film sequence of what I want to write in my head of how this is gonna all end. So I'm happy about that. I kind of am not happy with already being stuck at the same thing that I'm always stuck at with writing, which is having to type up my handwritten story basically into my laptop. I hate that part. I hate it so much. Like, it always comes to the point in my writing where I have a full notebook of an entire story written in handwriting, and I just need to sit down and type it up so that I can work on it and that it's in my laptop and that I don't forget what I've written, because my handwriting is bullshit and I actually can't read it after half a year myself, so I need to type it up. But I don't. I never do. It's just, I hate this part. I hate this part. But I have a lot of writing. I have a lot of stuff that I could potentially work with if I ever managed to do it. And I have a new character for you. I have the other main character. This is Jess. Say hello. Jess is the opposite of Kit, which is why the author wants them to be together. There you go. It's a gay story. Who would have guessed? My writing is queer. Wow! And whereas Kit is kind of sarcastic and a bit of a grumpy cat, Jess is optimistic and, yeah, just kind of very happy and loud and curly and, you know, kind of the surfer boy image, but actually nice. I don't know if this is making sense to you. It's making sense to me in my head. So yeah, they're kind of opposites in their character, which is why they kind of have these, yeah, this dynamic, this opposites attract dynamic that the author wants to use for a relationship. And that's the point where they kind of go, wait a second, our lives let us decide what's happening here. Which is why they want to change the story. And again, with that, as I said last time, Kit isn't quite sure if he can do that. Jess is completely sure, but he doesn't know how. He just trusts in faith. I don't know. He can be a little bit annoying at times because he's so full of life. So I really enjoy writing the scenes between the two of them, where like both of them are kind of annoyed with each other, but also kind of amused. Yeah, it's fun to write. So I'm going to my what I know about my characters list. I have some new stuff about Kit as well. I know that he's 23, as is Jess. They're both 23. And Jess works in marketing. He just got a job last year, so he's now on his own. He's an adult, he's a real grown-up. He has an actual job, whereas Kit is in his first semester of a master's program in comparative literature. So he already got a bachelor's degree, and now I'm not quite sure about the first semester. I might change that to fit the ending. Maybe it's the last semester, not quite sure yet, but either way he's in a master's program for comparative literature. And yeah, what else do I know about Jess? Jess is asexual and gay. He's very open about it. Basically everyone in his family knows, all his friends know. He doesn't like try to hide it from anyone. He's more secretive about the ace thing than about the gay thing. Not because he's ashamed or anything, obviously he's not. he just doesn't think that his actual like sexual life is anyone's business if they're not part of that life. He kind of seems like a jock when you first meet him. He seems kind of, you know, like the popular guy in American high school films, that kind of type. So he could potentially be a bully or kind of, you know, not that nice. But he is, and that's the thing. He seems like a jock when you first meet him, but he isn't. He really isn't. There's no part of him that's like trying to put anyone down. There's no part of him that's negative. He's just very, very friendly and sweet. And I might give him a little sibling, because I always think that little siblings help illustrate how like caring and nurturing a character is, and why they are trying to be so positive, like as a role model kind of thing. So Jess might get a little sibling, just to kind of, further his character in that positive way. And he likes to cook. That's kind of a doesn't really matter thing, but I know this. I know he likes to cook. I also know he reads mostly non-fiction literature and biographies of successful people, not because he wants to be successful, but just because he enjoys reading other people's life stories and how hard they worked to get where they are now. I know something more about Jess. This is Jess's flat, because I have 2 scenes written in the kitchen, so I know how that looks. And then I dreamt that I was visiting Jess and I saw his entire flat. So now I know what his flat is gonna look like. I'm gonna give you a close-up of this on the screen now. Ooh, magic of video editing. And yeah, he has quite a nice big flat. Like, he has floor-to-ceiling windows in his living room. That's pretty fancy. But yeah, that's basically it for Jess. This is your second main character. And those 2 are gonna try to change the story together. I also still haven't written anything from the author. I still need to do that. Like, I always have like what the author wrote in the back of my mind when I write the chapters, like how the characters react to that and why they want to change it and stuff. But I never have actually written anything the author writes, so I need to get on that. Why can't I just think the words and then they appear on the screen? That would be so easy. But now I have to do it myself. And I never do. Oh, damn it. As I said, I've written 2 more chapters, so I'm kind of 3 chapters in, maybe 4. I have to figure out how exactly I want to structure the chapters, how long each is gonna be. There's already another new character in one of them that you're gonna meet next time. And I have to figure out, I might have to put some more chapters in between the ones I've got now and the one I've already written where this new character appears, because it might be too early on in the story to introduce them to the story. So yeah, I'm quite happy with my process so far. Since I haven't typed up anything of these new chapters, I also haven't given them to my friends to read yet. They know I've written some stuff. They don't know what yet. So I'm gonna do that as soon as I actually manage to. And I'm gonna see what their feedback is, and also gonna ask them about some things I'm not sure about yet. I love how much fun I have with this story. I just really like the idea, and I like playing around with it. I figured out more of like how the world works, so that's interesting for me. I'm not quite sure how much of that is actually gonna go into the story, like how much you're gonna read about that. But it's good for me to know the background and the logistics of it, just so it does make sense. You know, you kind of feel in a story when the author hasn't figured out everything and they just kind of write stuff and then something doesn't work with something that happened like 3 chapters ago. So I'm gonna try to get that all down and to actually know how this is gonna work and what needs to happen for something else to then be possible. But yeah, I enjoy this. And I'm looking forward to introducing you to the next character. And I hope you always have a reason to smile. And I shall see you soon. Bye!